Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be checking out some Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War gameplay. We're actually going to be playing Fireteam Elimination. For those who don't know yet, I actually made a video about this a little while ago. If you guys want to check that out, it's about 2-3 videos back. But it's actually the BR version of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. As you guys know, the BR that they were working on kind of got canceled out in the picture once Warzone blew up, and they knew that they needed to stick with Warzone in order to make all that money. So they canceled the BR in Black Ops Cold War, but they put in a different game mode called Fireteam Elimination. And what it is basically Resurgence Islands from Modern Warfare Warzone with a little bit of a mix of Blackout as well. And honestly, I think it plays so much better. But I got some gameplay for you guys. We caught a W in this gameplay, and I believe I topped with 20 kills. We completely, when I say we completely stomped this lobby, I mean it. We completely stomped this lobby. But guys, look at the gameplay a little bit. You might enjoy this game mode as well. I highly suggest giving it a try, especially with friends. 10 times better with friends than playing it solo. And also, if you do want to play this game with me any time of the day, I do stream every single day over on Twitch, starting at about around from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern time. If you want to hop in the game, by all means, you're always welcome to. Everybody that's in this game with me is actually viewers from the stream, so it's always first come, first serve, open lobbies, and everybody is allowed to add me on my Activision account. So if you guys want to squad up, make sure you go to my Twitch channel. Like I said, pop into a live stream and ask to add me, and you could possibly squad up and we'll go play some Fireteam Elimination. But ladies and gentlemen, over on Twitter, there's been some fantastic news, and if you guys want to see me anything that I post on Twitter, I do that as well. Link to my Twitter account is down in the description. But Charlie Intel over on Twitter put out a tweet saying, former general manager of Call of Duty, Byron Bede, I believe it's how you pronounce it, who was one of the executives that led COD's expansion into free-to-play market, has joined EA as general manager of the Battlefield franchise. Now, this right here is probably the best news that we could ever hear because, as we know, Battlefield had a very rough start when it came to the free-to-play method. Yes, Battlefield 5 was free-to-play. A lot of people didn't know that. It had a lot of free-to-play methods in the game. It just wasn't as good as Call of Duty. For example, their BR, you had to purchase Battlefield 5 in order to play their BR. Same thing with Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which had the same mistake with Blackout. You had to purchase Black Ops 4 in order to play Blackout. The only game that so far had a good idea was Call of Duty Modern Warfare with Warzone, making it a completely free-to-play, separate, game that anybody could download. And then if you want to, you could purchase Modern Warfare on the side and rank up your guns, weapons, and all that stuff on the side there. But at the end of the day, anybody can play Warzone. But back in Battlefield 5, which was the only game that had a free-to-play method, it was only for the actual maps. And this was horrible. This led to a very horrible cycle, as we all know, because Battlefield is not like Call of Duty, where by the end of the year, it's a done game. Battlefield lasts for about 3, maybe even 4 years, sometimes 2, but at the end of the day, at least it's still 2+ years until the next Battlefield game comes out, compared to Call of Duty, which is an annual release. But Call of Duty, since it does release yearly, their content is usually done by the end of the cycle, which means all the things that you want in the game are going to be in the game by the end of the year. They might cut us dry in the beginning, which is really aggravating. I make tons of rants about this all the time. It's very obnoxious when they take away all the content from the beginning of the cycle, but at least by the end of the year, we're going to see everything. Now, Battlefield, on the other hand, we didn't see anything for ages. Like I said, the game lasted, Battlefield 5 is like, what, 3 years or so? I think it's about 3 years Battlefield 5 has been out now. And for the whole first year, we have been struggling with absolutely no content. I think it took like 2 to 3 months almost just to get a single map into the game, let alone new weapons. It was a horrifying free-to-play method in Battlefield 5. It just simply did not work. Now, let me bring it back just a little bit to what I said earlier about Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone. Warzone is probably the most insane free-to-play game that you could possibly get at the moment. It has outsold everything, even Fortnite and Apex Legends right now. Warzone is just topping charts when it comes to free-to-play games, especially BRs as well. And guess who was behind this whole, movement of free-to-play? Byron Bede. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name. I'm not the best when it comes to names, but I'm trying to do my best, I must say. But that was the head man when it came to the free-to-play methods. He led the whole movement from loot boxes to what we have today. And if you guys have watched me for a while, you know I really am a big fan of his work. I love what they did with all the free-to-play methods in Call of Duty. And even though they are handling it a little rough when it comes to Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War, with obviously no maps at launch, no weapons at launch, horrifying, bugs, glitches, the game isn't complete at launch. There's a lot of things wrong with it, but at the end of the day, at least we're not gambling for loot boxes anymore. At least I'm not spending all year trying to get one gun that came out in the first month of the game, but I have to wait all year to get it because I just simply cannot get out of the loot box unless I spend $100 and just open a massive bundle and then I finally unlock it. Free-to-play in Call of Duty has evolved, and I love it. And I guess people can complain about it, people can hate on it, but I don't see what's wrong with it. We get free weapons, we get free maps, free DLC, everything to us is pretty much free. And even the Battle Pass, all you have to do is buy into it once, and if you complete the Battle Pass, which is going to be hard because as we all know, Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare are pretty much trash fests. So finishing the game to get all the battle points, or COD points, I guess I should say, is very complicated. But at the end of the day, for those who do want to, get their money's worth, you can complete the Battle Pass, and you get all the COD points back. So basically, once you buy one battle pass, you could purchase every single battle pass for the rest of the Call of Duty cycle, and those COD points, I think, they transfer over to the next Call of Duty game if they continue the same COD point system, which means you could use those COD points for the next battle pass in the next game. So basically, yeah, you pay for the battle pass once, and for months and months, years and years afterwards, you can get the battle passes for free, as long as you obviously play the game, complete the whole battle pass, and get all your COD points out of the battle pass. But this system is great to me. My only problem is the amount of content that they release at launch. As you know, like I just said, Call of Duty didn't release anything. No weapons, no maps, no nothing. And by the end of the year, it's really good. If they could resolve that, if they could release more content at the initial launch of the game, and then obviously down the road continue the same free-to-play method with the battle pass, the free maps, the free DLC weapons, then I think it will be a much better system. It's a little flawed right now. I gotta say, it's a little flawed. It was a fantastic starting point, though. What Byron B did here was he started a new trend in gaming. He started a new trend that was going to completely wipe clean the loot boxes, the toxic behavior of all games in general. Not just Call of Duty, not just Battlefield, I'm talking about all games. Loot boxes were horrible. They were horrific. So many people, even the top tier like reviewers, were complaining about loot boxes. And like I said, not just in these games, in every game you could possibly imagine. They were just basically the toxic side of what gaming is. But Byron basically started a new trend showing these head development teams and showing these head publishers and stuff like that it's possible to take something that's free and make millions, if not billions, off it. Warzone is a prime example, and that is what's starting the trends in all these other games as well. As you see, everybody's making free-to-play stuff. Actually, to me personally, I think Fortnite started the free-to-play trend because that was the first free-to-play battle royale right after PUBG, which was, a paid game. But after Fortnite dropped, my God, it just took over the whole world since it was free-to-play, and they made millions and billions of dollars. Call of Duty kind of copied it, but they took it a step higher and a step beyond, which I gotta say is really good for Call of Duty. And at the end of the day, Byron handled it perfectly to make sure that the game turned out well. But again, the system was still flawed. Yes, a lot of people love free-to-play content. Yes, a free-to-play BR is great, but when it comes down to the 6v6 content, the original Call of Duty vibes, it's just simply not there. We can't play games that have no content in it. We can't play games that only release with 6 maps. It's going to get boring within the first 2 weeks. I can't play the same thing. It's pretty much the beta. They released a beta of Black Ops Cold War, and then they released a game with 1 extra map. It was a beta 2.0 when it released in its final form. That, to me personally, is disgusting. The fact that they're willing to take $60 from their consumers and give them half of a video game is just weird. They should charge $30 for the game, and then as the rest of the game comes out, then charge the other $30. Do not charge full $60 for 6 maps. I mean, that's just disgusting. That's a horrible practice. But again, it wasn't Byron's fault. He just introduced the free-to-play method. It's up to Activision to do what they want with it. But hopefully, like I said, he's moving over to EA, which to me personally, EA is trying to step up their game. And also, this makes me very comfortable with Battlefield because before, like I said, with Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1, EA loves Battlefield and all, but it doesn't seem like they want it to be their main seller, like how Activision pushes Call of Duty every single year. But with them bringing over this free-to-play GOAT, this man who can organize EA's free-to-play methods across, honestly, all the boards, not even just with Battlefield. He could probably do it on all the other sports games as well. He might be able to do something fantastic for all the franchises that are run under EA. It might be a really good thing, but at the end of the day, he's coming over for the Battlefield vibes. And I'm hoping that he will perfect his work that he did with the Call of Duty scene. He made Call of Duty what it is right now. He made sure that Warzone was going to pop off and make them billions of dollars. Now, if he could perfect that method with not only the obviously, the Battle Royale thing that's probably going to be coming in Battlefield 6. I can't imagine they don't make a BR. Not at launch, obviously. It's probably going to come down maybe like half a year, maybe even a full year later in Battlefield 6 when they'll release a BR. But it's going to come at a certain point. I guarantee it's going to be free to play. I hope they have a Battle Pass system. Obviously, it's going to be free to play. Once you go ahead and purchase it once, you should be able to earn all your points back and get the next one and all this nonsense. Hopefully, they have a good store system, and all this other stuff will kind of align and put the pieces of the puzzle together. Because if you didn't know, there were leaks a while ago that the next Battlefield game is going to release with 10 plus maps. I believe they said 13 altogether at launch. So with that being said, I'm very comfortable if it's true. Now, this did come from a very reliable leaker, so as long as this leaker is still reliable with all of his Call of Duty content and stuff like that, I'm hoping this Battlefield stuff will be just as reliable as his Call of Duty stuff. But at the end of the day, he said it's going to be about 10 to 13 maps that are going to be coming at launch. We don't know if this is true or not, but with that information, if that is true, that means we are in very good hands. Not only will Battlefield come with a new free-to-play method, probably tons of consumer-friendly models in that game, and at the same time, it's going to be 10-plus maps at launch, meaning that content is going to be an issue. I can wait for some free-to-play content to be made. As long as I get released with 10-plus maps, there'll be tons of stuff to do for months and months and months on end to find fun. This is how it's supposed to be done. I just hope that EA keeps it this way, because like I said earlier, Activision, at the end of the day, even though they were granted this free-to-play pass, they still took it and did what they want with it, and they just screwed over all the consumers. Hopefully EA doesn't do the same thing. Hopefully they're still very friendly. Hopefully they add tons of content into the game, and we don't have another Battlefield 5 situation where we get like 5 maps at launch, and it takes almost a full year to get another map. I'm kind of over-exaggerating, but it doesn't take months and months and months just to get one map added into the mix. You know, we don't need another Battlefield 5. We need to make sure that this experience is good, it can compete with Call of Duty, and hopefully we might have some good competition this year in the FPS genre. But guys, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord, both linked down in the description. And last but not least, if you can catch you live streams of video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all in the next one. Peace out.